I'm Dave Abram.
And I'm Kristen Lagana. Welcome to Anne Arundel County Week in Review. In this episode, we have a special exclusive interview with a hero who made a huge sacrifice in the line of duty, and we'll tell you about a program to give back to veterans. But first, making headlines this week. We are all sad to see Halloween go. Yes. No one more so than me. Because it was so fun this year. It was just so much fun, Dave. But being an online show, of course, we can't resist a good cat video. Now, Dave, you know there's black cats, and those, of course, are scary.
Scary.
And we're all about these superstitions. Yeah. Now, prepare yourself.
Very superstitious. Oh, yeah. We had to sing something today.
Writings on the wall. Yeah. All right, well, prepare yourself for this cuteness.
Get ready.
Here's a little bottle baby getting fed by the county executive. As you know, this was the Halloween party at Animal Control. And it was a huge hit. Get the 67 kids participated in the parade, and there were tunes from the Big Band Theory, including one of my old faves, If I Ruled the World, and of course, lots of fun. But let's not forget that 24 animals were adopted or went to a rescue, and 3 kittens went to a foster home until they get old enough for adoption. There were lots of great costumes too. Here are some of the winners. Leland here was riding his own personal roller coaster. That's really creative costume. Very nice, Leland.
Yes.
Funny costumes went to Dot Zaruba, and Darcy Pup got funniest costume for their pumpkins. And my personal fave, look at this cutie pie. This is Marcel, the police officer. Somebody get that kid a movie gig.
Seriously.
Great job by Animal Control. I also understand Dave's Yoshi made an appearance. I love Yoshi.
Yoshi was there.
Oh, there he is. Where's his costume?
Well, you see, he left his costume in the other car. But you know, he was standing by the skeleton dog, so that I gave him a warning that if he didn't behave, that would be his future.
Horrible.
He handled it pretty well, though. Jeez. Now, here's a trivia question, Kristen.
All right,
You're a music person. If I Ruled the World.
Yes.
Great song. By the way, just so you know, the lead singer was wearing a wig for Halloween. He doesn't normally go around like that.
Isn't that like Axl?
No. It was more like a Slash.
A Slash, yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Oops.
But
I'm a music fan. I just said that.
So tell me, Kristen, who wrote If I Ruled the World?
If I Ruled the World, I do not remember who wrote it. It has been performed by Stevie Wonder, Tony Bennett, James Brown, of course. And it was featured in the 1963 musical. What's it called? Something Papers.
I believe it was based on a Charles Dickens novel.
Yeah, Charles Dickens novel, but it was later turned into a musical.
Not West Side Story.
No. It's a West End musical.
West End.
I can't remember the name. Pentwick Papers?
I think that's
correct. It was Pentwick.
Very good. Wow.
Thanks.
Can you believe she knew all that?
Thanks.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Thanks,
wow.
useless knowledge.
Wow.
This is why I can't remember what I ate for lunch yesterday.
Well, my favorite is the James Brown version. That's just ridiculous.
I like Stevie.
But everybody likes Tony Bennett too.
Oh, of course.
But that was a very good rendition. It was a really good time. I was there. Yoshi was there. It was great.
The band sounds great.
Yeah. Well, Kristen, last month, of course, was also Hispanic Heritage Month, and we had some great people come to the Arundel Center to celebrate. There was food, there was music, and there were midshipmen. You probably didn't know this, Kristen, but the Mids have a Latin American Studies Club that mentors youngsters to help them learn the language and the life skills they need to succeed. Here are some inspiring words from Midshipman First Class Daniel Fernandez.
Education is the passport to the future, and through the two things, education and hard work, that's how you succeed.
Now, this was a great event, thanks to Centro Ayuda and the county's Hispanic liaison, Maria Casasco, for putting it all together. And to all the organizers and participants, I say, muy bien.
Muy bien.
Muy bien.
Did you see the new viral video that the Mids do?
The
Naptown Funk.
Yeah, Chuck, roll that for a second.
We start to rollin', we strolling. I got that high and tight. If we show up, we gon' show up. We're beating an army tonight. Too hot. We're not cadets, we're midshipmen. We're too hot. Make a zoom in, wanna come transfer, man. We're too hot. West Point stranded in no man's land. We're too hot. Welcome you to
Naptown.
I was waiting for someone to make a Naptown Funk
They
video.
did a good job.
They did not disappoint.
And you know, they didn't just play the song and dance to it. They actually sang it,
Yeah,
did
it's a recorded.
lyrics and the whole thing.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
And shout out to that's my barber shop, you know, on Maryland Avenue that they were doing some of the scenes in.
Very nice.
Very familiar to me, Maryland Avenue.
Yes.
Love
well,
that.
they did a wonderful job. So thank you guys for representing
They
Naptown.
did. Good job. Good job,
Doing it
Nids.
well.
Go Navy, beat Army.
Yes. One of the biggest 10K races in the nation will take over the Bay Bridge this weekend. It's the second annual Across the Bay 10K, and 25,000 people are expected to show up. That means take note of traffic, especially on Sunday when the eastbound span of the bridge will be temporarily closed. It also means exercise, fun, and partying. The fun starts today with the Race Expo opening at noon at the Navy Marine Corps Stadium in Annapolis. The expo will include registration, runner happy hour, and receptions. The Race Expo will continue on Saturday, November 7th at 10 a.m., and finally the race kicks off at 7 a.m. on Sunday, November 8th. Of course, there'll be a huge party at the finish line, and proceeds of the party will go to first responders of the Kent Island Volunteer Fire Department. The race is already sold out, but you can still reach out to charity partners to join their teams. Go to bridgerace.com for more information, and here's a little tip if you want to watch the race live. You can watch traffic cams online. Just go to mdta.maryland.gov and watch from your phone, your tablet, or your computer.
See, we don't have to provide
Just
live
tap right
coverage.
in.
You can go to the traffic
Tap
cams.
right in there.
That's pretty convenient, right?
Yeah.
Now, of course, that's 7 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday, so I don't know. That's a little early
I like
for
how they're
me.
saying that in party.
Yeah, right. Well,
Woohoo!
have you noticed that everybody who's doing these runs now, it's always associated with some kind of partying? Like
Yes,
all
yes.
these beer runs.
That's how they're
and
getting
stuff.
people out there. Oh, we're gonna blast each other with colors, or we're gonna, do the laser things or whatever.
The mudders.
But hey, it's all about getting exercise, right?
I guess, but
Yes.
doesn't it kind of cancel each other out if you're?
Oh, well, the beer, maybe. But something I have to throw in real quick too about the races
Is this
right
gonna
now.
be a shout out?
No, this is more of a green tip,
Okay.
if I may.
Oh, green tip for races.
Of course, we always, at the recycling division,
Yep.
we want you to stay away from disposable cups at your drink stations. There's this cool little invention I saw out there called a hydro pouch now. You just clip it on whatever part of your outfit where you can clip something onto. It's pretty much weightless. You can refill it at water stations, and then you're not using those disposable cups.
Huh.
So it's called a hydro pouch or a hydro pocket, I believe.
Is that like they also have the backpacks where it's got a tube coming out of it and you can drink out of that?
And that's the other thing.
And it
Those
stays
open,
cold.
yes, and those open cups, like you just end up getting the water all over yourself because you're trying to be quick.
Now, why are the cups bad? Tell us why the cups are
Well,
bad.
of course the cups are bad because they're
Is
usually.
this the red Solo cup you're talking about?
Well, it's usually the little paper cups that they're doing, and of
Okay,
course
paper.
that's a natural resource waste of trees. But anything that's potentially going to go into the landfill and not be recycled, which
because
most of
those
these-
cups are not
items-
recyclable, is what you're
Yes.
getting to.
Well, the cups are recyclable, but they could end up in a not recycling bin. See what I mean?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
See?
So make sure that you take something that's reusable, either a water bottle or one of these hydro pouches.
See, we have the real recycling tips right here, because I'm sure you didn't know that
Giving
before
the,
Kristen just
the
told
green
you.
news fast and hard. That's what we do.
That's good stuff.
That's right.
Well, we're going to take a quick break, and when we return, we'll bring you our exclusive interview with Corporal Larry Adams of the Anne Arundel County Police Department. Take a look at our community calendar for events happening around town, and we'll be right back.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Well, welcome back to the show. We are very honored today to have a very special guest, Corporal Larry Adams from the Anne Arundel County Police Department. Thank you for joining us very much. We appreciate it.
It's my pleasure.
Now, for some of you who don't know, Corporal Adams was involved in an incident back in April where he was at a 7-Eleven in Arnold and observed some suspicious activity, and it ended up in a scuffle and Officer Adams was shot, and he's had a very, very quick recovery from some various serious injuries, and we're really glad to have him on the show. And I think the folks out there watching are happy to see your face and happy to see that you're doing well.
Yes.
So, first of all, of course, thank you so much for your service to the county. You paid a big price, and you did it to keep people safe. So we really appreciate that very much.
Not a problem. It's my pleasure. It is my pleasure.
So tell us a little bit about when you woke up in the hospital and the doctors were talking to you. I imagine you weren't gathering too much, but what were they telling you?
Well, they eventually found out. I mean, yeah, that I was shot, and it was shot in the neck. But I look at it even from then that okay, I'm alive. I'm here, and I knew. I've had instances like this happen before. Yes, never been shot before, but I've had my fair share of injuries. And I know I do recover. Yes, I'm older now. It takes a little bit longer, but I did say I'll be back by October. Yeah, it's a little late, but it's just a couple weeks.
You're allowed.
Yeah, we'll give you a pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just shocked. I'm happy to be back. I mean, one thing, and I know this was a crazy incident, and for my fellow officers, that me coming back shows them that, I mean, what we go through it can be very traumatic, traumatizing to family, friends, and fellow officers. And me coming back is definitely, shows them, hey, I mean, you still can. And I'm very happy to do this and showing myself that I can still do it. And I'm excited, coming back Saturday night will be February 7th to the 8th, be my first night back, and looking forward to it.
I think you've been so remarkably positive throughout your experience with rehab and getting back to the office. Can you tell us a bit about what you've been going through to get yourself back into action?
Oh, a lot of things. I mean, I have a house, I live in a single family home that has needed some rehab. So I have been working on that.
Rehab with rehab.
Yes. And,
that your rehab is. Did your wife have anything to do with that?
This could be an HGTV special,
Yes.
Get some secrets from you.
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, yes, the doctors did call me thick-headedness, and I guess that's what happened. And for my recovery, once I've been able to get out of bed and everything, I was like, well, I'm not going to be one to sit around. I will move forward, and I know that I can return and recover, and I will get better. Just will take time. I knew it was going to take time, and I had to have a lot of patience. And working on my house as I had has also helped access and speed up my recovery, because as my doctor was saying, that I probably wouldn't see work for another year at the time. But with me showing them, I said, no, I've been hurt before. I know I can recover, and I will. And I'm glad I was able to stick to my word, because yes, many nurses, many doctors were scared for me, because yes, should I be dead? Yes, but I'm alive, and which I'm happy to be, and to continue on. And with everything that has happened in the law enforcement community over this past summer, I'm glad to be one that has survived and be able to carry on, because it is hard for family members outside, inside the family of law enforcement, and also personal families of law enforcement officers. I mean, I always ask, why am I the one that survives? Why not them? But I have had to bury 2 side partners in my time, but unfortunately they were killed in motor vehicle accidents. And, it's part of the job. It is something that we deal with on a daily basis, and we carry on every day. And that's why I'm carrying on. I'm doing my job. I'm coming back. I've seen many coworkers, and every one of them just shocked. I mean, from the higher ranks to my fellow side partners. They're just, how can you do this? I was like, it's me. It's just me.
Well, I can remember over the summer, I'm trying to remember exactly when it was, when the new Eastern District Police Station opened. Mm-hmm. It was really hot,
yes.
So it had to be July,
yes,
because it was super hot. And you and 2 other officers were sitting up there, and I didn't recognize you at the time, and nobody gave me a heads up. And then after you guys hoisted the flag, did a flag ceremony, they said who you are, and I could not believe that you were there.
Yes.
What was that moment like for you?
It was definitely, it gave me good feelings. You know, the actual word is escaping me right now, but it was definitely. It
was good.
Yes, it was very nice. I felt very welcomed, very honored. I mean, yes, I was still going through my recovery stages then, and they were nice enough to let me dress up in uniform, which was a good thing, and just to show, hey, I'm still here, and I will be here, and I will be back. And out of my 16 years of combined police experience, you know, it's the first station that I got to work in that was brand new, and I still haven't worked in it yet because I haven't been back officially yet. But it was nice to go up there and do it. I mean, when I was a Baltimore City police officer prior to this, they built a new Northern District station up there, and I was stationed in Western District. We had not the oldest station in the books, but it was definitely an old building. I mean, but now with coming here to Anne Arundel County in 2005, seeing our old Eastern District station that used to be a school.
Yes.
I mean, it's amazing. And now we get the new station, and I get hurt. You know, I'm like, wow, okay, I will work in a new station. I did say I will have a new station where I get a chance to work in, and I'll be there. So that's why, like I said, I mean, people call me stubborn, people, you know, many different words, but I am me, and I will come back to work, and I will carry on the job that I've always done, and hopefully have at least another 10 to 15 more years to go before I can retire on my own, you know, and not retire medically. So, which I'm hoping and look forward to.
Well, your motivation is certainly inspiring. What's the secret to staying so focused and trying to work hard?
Just doing the right job. I mean, doing everything that I have been doing over the years. And prior to being a law enforcement officer, I mean, yes, I needed the help from officers back in the day, which I was not given. And I always said, if I ever do become a police officer, that I will do that job. And I have. I mean, yes, can't make everybody happy, but I just do my job, and that's all I need to know. And what I have seen, and you know, over my time, and I still do it, and I will always do it. So.
And you said you're coming back when?
Saturday night.
Saturday night.
Yep,
so tomorrow.
Well, not.
It'll be tomorrow when the show runs.
Yes. Oh wow.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be. It's gonna be something else.
Well, I'm sure everybody's gonna be really happy to see you back.
Let us welcome you back.
Well, thank you. I do
Right here
appreciate
on the
it.
show too.
We
Yes.
absolutely appreciate it, and thank you for sitting down with Week in Review to tell people your story.
That's
Yes.
not
I
a
think they
problem.
want to hear it.
Hey, it won't
Shake
be a
your
problem.
hand.
That's a pleasure. It's my pleasure.
Thank you so
very
much for coming on the show and for your bravery and for your service to the county. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more Week in Review right after this.
Thanks for coming in for the interview.
Oh, yeah, of course.
All right, we got your personal references, your resume, high school diploma or equivalent.
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
Yes, it's right there.
Great.
Take that first step towards a better future. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
Welcome back. Next week, of course, is Veterans Day, and we want to thank all of our veterans for their service to our country. We really can't thank them enough. Our own Sarah Gannon has some information on a program that lets you help out our veterans for the holidays. Sarah?
Thanks, Kristen and Dave. Today we're here at the Paschal Center, and we're talking about the stockings for soldiers. Being that the holidays are upon us and Veterans Day is upon us, we are going to talk about the stockings for soldiers. I'm here with Nancy and Margaret, volunteer and a senior center manager. And ladies, thanks for joining me today. Can you tell me a little bit about the program that you run?
Kirkley Ruddock volunteered to give us these stockings and a list of things that would fit in there, and we fill the stockings, and then we give them back to Kirkley Ruddock, and they do all the shipping and send them overseas to our soldiers who are in need of many of the items that are in the stockings. Okay. Eye drops, hand lotion, shampoo, hard candy, just stuff it.
Can you tell me, Nancy, what the criteria is? What do you put in the stockings other than those types of items, but size, and how do you get them?
Okay, what we do, we've done this past couple of years, and it's a really nice way that people can kind of do something special during the holiday season to give back to soldiers who will not be here. They're going to be serving overseas for the holidays, so of course they're going to be missing their families and whatnot. And so, as Margaret mentioned, Kirkley Ruddock Funeral Home has this huge initiative. I think their goal this year is 700 stockings. So we are just one group that's helping them to reach that goal. The items are things, as Margaret mentioned, things that they can use, sometimes lip balm, hand lotion. The preference is for smaller sample sizes just because they're easier to fit into the stocking. They ask no chocolate, nothing that would melt in transit. We do have a list available. If someone's interested in helping, they can stop by the Kirkley Ruddock Funeral Home, or they can stop by here at the Paschal Senior Center. The stockings are free for people to take home. They can bring back filled. They like them to be sewn at the top so items don't fall out in transit. The other thing, if people are interested and don't want to fill a stocking, but they have some items they would like to donate, we will accept those donations as well. So it's a real nice project. And you mentioned that we are coming up on Veterans Day. The center will be closed on Veterans Day, which is Wednesday, November the 11th. However, we do have a Veterans Day ceremony and program scheduled for the following day, Thursday, November the 12th. And it looks like we're going to have the state police are going to provide a color guard. We're going to be recognizing our own center members who are veterans of the various wars. And we have the grade school across the street, Arthur Slade, coming, and they're going to be sending a group of third graders, and they're going to be preparing some songs to perform for our seniors at lunchtime prior to the ceremony. So we're looking forward to a nice celebration, and I think we'll get rid of a lot of stockings that day. I'm sure we'll persuade people to take them that day and then bring them back for the.
Now, do you have an email address or a website that they can go on to? As I know, a lot of seniors are very savvy on the computer nowadays. So.
Yes, we are. The center's email is simply Paschal Center, one word, Paschal Center at AACounty, AACOUNTY.org. Okay. The Paschal Center also has a Facebook page, so they can look for us there. We post photos, and we'll be posting information about the project on Facebook.
Very good. Now, Margaret, can you tell me how long has the project been going on?
I think this is our 3rd year.
Fantastic.
And when it was first proposed, I thought, oh, what a good idea. I love to shop. So that gave me a good reason to go in the dollar store and load up and 2 of these, 2 of those, and
sure.
You know. So I think it's a very good cause, and I really enjoy doing it.
Well, thank you for all that you do here, and thank you, Nancy, for all that you do for the seniors. And back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Sarah. That sounds like a great program, so be sure to go pick up your kit to chip in. So yes, I have to mention it one last time before we send it to bed. Halloween.
Halloween.
Tell me about your Halloween.
My Halloween was good. I ended up, I handed out candy to children in my gorilla suit. And
in the gorilla suit?
And several children cried.
Oh my goodness.
And
what if they had seen you outside of the gorilla suit and cried? Wouldn't that have been worse?
That probably would have happened.
Oh.
But I had lots of candy, so.
Do you get the good candy, or are you the guy that hands out Smarties?
I got great candy. I had Snickers, of course. I had Kit Kats.
Kit Kats.
I had
Steve Shoe's favorite.
Goobers or whatever they are.
Gobstoppers?
No, Goobers.
Goobers? I think
Chocolate
Goober is a
balls.
The malt balls? Something.
I think they're
All
called
right.
Goobers.
You had chocolate and not the little other stupid fruit candies, right?
No.
Okay.
I had Snickers and Kit Kat. Come on. I mean,
You were handing out the candy that the kids trade for.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wanted to represent for my street. So I did that, handed out candy, and then my neighbors had a little bonfire.
Oh, that's great.
Little bonfire party, so hung out there. It was very nice. It was a very enjoyable. I gotta say, it had to have been one of the warmest Halloweens I can remember in a long time.
In stark contrast to, you know how Facebook now pops up memories from 4 or 5 years ago, or even earlier than that.
Mm-hmm.
They popped up one of my past Halloween memories, which I was at my college homecoming from
McDaniel College
/ Western Maryland.
Western Maryland.
And we called it snow coming because it was a homecoming. We had snow on the ground. It was such a horrible hail, snow coming down. We were all outside for the football game. It was Halloween weekend, and it was the weirdest thing ever. So yeah, this was definitely a much warmer.
You come up with some brilliant ideas at McDaniel College.
Yeah, we do.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Woo,
We did
rogue
that.
scholars over there.
Snow coming.
Woo. Okay, so we all know now. All of our viewers know that you worked on Saturday.
Yeah, I had to
So
go to
tell
a
us
wedding.
about this wedding a little bit.
I have to tell you, I was not looking forward to going to the wedding because I love Halloween, and I was really bummed that I'd be working because I was singing at this wedding and wasn't attending as a guest.
Right.
But what an incredible night. It was a Greek groom and an Indian bride. They had traditional dancing from both sides of the family. The wedding party had on the saris. Her family had on the saris. It was beautiful. It was at the Engineers Club, which is an amazing venue in Baltimore. And we had an amazing time. And they really did have some nods to Halloween. They handed out these black masks for all their guests, which kept it really cool and alluring and mysterious. They did a candy bar, which is a hot thing to do at weddings now, where you get a bag and you can put in the candies you like. So it was their own little adult trick-or-treating. And what I thought was really kind, they had little to-go boxes that were full of Halloween candy, games, treats for people to take home to their children.
You know, I wonder, was there? You got to think there's that one guy who showed up in a costume. Did anybody show up in a costume?
No one showed up in a costume.
That would be funny.
No one did, but I decided...
Anybody in a gorilla suit? Did you see
No
anybody in a
gorilla
gorilla suit?
You were not there, Dave. Sorry. Sorry, you were not there.
It wasn't me.
My costume that night, I was a wedding singer.
Diva.
Diva.
So what were? But did you saw some costumes? I mean, obviously.
I did.
What were some of your favorite costumes that you saw?
I knew that traffic was going to be absolutely insane and parking was going to be crazy up in Baltimore City for all the Halloween festivities. So I had Will drop me off and pick me up from the wedding, and I was sitting.
Shout out to Will.
Shout out. I was sitting right up there at the square in front of the Engineer Club, and I saw it was like 1:30 in the morning. And 3 little unicorns come by.
Are you sure this wasn't just a normal night in downtown Baltimore?
3 little unicorns and a hot fudge sundae tracing behind them. And I was like, this is so funny. Like, you could say this on any other night and people would think, what did you drink?
Yeah.
But it was hilarious. These girls had on the Halloween, it was not Halloween, it was a unicorn head and had rainbow colors coming down. And they were giggling, and it looked like they were skipping. So it was pretty funny to watch. And then the girl, it was so creative. She took a shirt and made all these little sprinkles to put all over it, and she had this little cherry hat and made a waffle cone skirt. So she was the hot fudge sundae.
That's pretty cool.
Following behind the unicorns. It was great.
I like that.
How about you?
Well,
What did you see?
Okay, so my favorite one I actually saw online. I know that's kind of lame,
Nah.
but Chuck, we got to show this.
Okay.
Check this out. This guy is riding down the street on a magic carpet, which I'm assuming is a skateboard.
Oh,
amazing
awesome. Was he
costume.
Aladdin? The genie?
He was Aladdin. I mean, that's the best costume I've ever seen.
That's awesome.
Awesome. I mean, the kid on the roller coaster was really cool.
I like that.
I got to see this kid, and he demonstrated so he could do this, and it would go up and down.
Oh, that's so cool.
I actually saw some people also who did the group roller coaster, where it was like 6 people.
Yeah, and
they
you
all did it
woo!
in unison. Yeah.
That's really cool.
So.
I'll hit you with a little riddle for one last Halloween costume I thought was
Okay,
pretty
I'm
creative.
gonna do terrible on this.
Nope, this guy was dressed like a hot dog.
A hot dog?
But-
If you were a hot dog, would you eat yourself?
I cover myself in mustard and relish. That'd be delicious. You buy me for a nickel. No.
Nobody knows what we're talking about.
Yeah. Harry Carey.
Nice little Harry
Carey.
Carey impersonation there. Yeah.
This guy was dressed like a hot dog. This is my buddy Chris, so shout out to Chris too. He was dressed like a
Chris.
hot dog, and he had a straight jacket on. Who was he?
A hot dog in a street.
Hot dog on a straight jacket.
He was a corn dog.
No, he was Harry Houdini.
Oh my God, that is so cheesy.
I love it.
It's great though.
Harry Houdini.
Wow.
So, Chris-
See, I admire people who come up with creative
That's what I like. A little
ideas
play
like
on
that.
words or a play on a name. That was hilarious.
That's pretty good.
So yeah.
That's pretty good.
But we hope you all had a fun, safe Halloween.
And soon enough, we'll be talking about Thanksgiving and Christmas and Kwanzaa.
We have to talk
and
about a
Hanukkah.
holiday full of food. We're gonna fail.
I know, it's gonna be terrible. How are we gonna do it? Well, that wraps up this week's edition of Week in Review. You can watch this episode and archive episodes online anytime on Facebook, YouTube, or Google Plus by searching Rundle TV. Please tune in again next week for more highlights and news from around the county, and we'll see you next time.